Andrew, you can stop holding your face. Say your name, Andrew.
Andrew DeWitt.
Ryan O'Neill, you're listening to Dorksplosion.com. That's Boner
idiot.
City.
Okay.
That was good. This is the mayor of Boner City, population 4. This is the Danish.
Wait, did you let him intro your name?
Yeah, Jeff Danis. He goes by his name is the Danish.
So there's been a bit of a problem.
Okay, let's just jump into it.
Hold on. Okay.
So, first we want to say we appreciate...
Look, he's been bringing this up to me a lot, but he doesn't want to say it himself, but you've been mispronouncing his last name
That's a lie.
for the past 10 episodes.
What is it?
It is technically the last 10 years of my life. I've been living a lie.
What is your name?
It's Danis.
Danis?
Yeah.
You're mad because I've been saying your last name less like
He's
anus?
mad. He's been getting really mad on the way home.
It rhymes with anus.
It rhymes with anus. That's been brought up.
We have a
before.
20-minute walk home, and the whole time
That's
he's
a lie.
one of these days I'm just going to tell him it's not right.
Dude, my name has like fucking 3 or 7 silent fucking vowels.
You believe?
I don't think I
fucking
You believe in this guy?
I just like to get you hot under the
God
collar,
damn,
Daddy
is
boy.
it Dana? Is it really
It
Danis?
is Danis.
It is Danis.
Do you call yourself the Danish dude?
I thought that would get the message across.
You picked it.
It's Dane.
Did you even have that nickname before you moved to LA?
Yeah, people have called me that, but it was never. It was never as much as it is here.
Because you go by the Danish.
I
which
once
is weird.
I had a comedy show at the La Jolla Comedy Store once.
Jesus Christ.
And my dad, a coworker of his, this woman.
Oh God.
Like he sent her, but he didn't tell me.
As a spy.
No, well, not as a spy.
Secret shot by your dad.
But he knew that if he had told me she was coming, I would be either angry at him or tell him not to.
Or you'd hit him in the balls with a racquetball.
With a racquetball,
He
yeah.
knows. So she came up to me after. So she came up to me after the show, and she was like, "Why did they all mispronounce your name every time?" And I was like,
Oh, because your dad's like a business guy, so people actually know how to say his name.
Well, yeah.
Did she think it was a showbiz thing?
Is that your SAG name, bro?
Hey, Mr.
It's a
Out
stage
fucking
name.
going. You're not exactly Mr. Speaker Upper as far as anything's concerned.
No, I didn't. It wasn't. I
Okay,
didn't really care.
Jeff
After
Danis?
this, from now on, though, I think
Danis?
it's Danis.
Danis.
It's weird to me.
You've known him for 10 years. I
don't fucking know.
He's feeling out that last name just right now. Wait, Danis?
What's weird is like
Danis,
it's
like anus,
spelled
okay.
the same as Davis, but with an N. But no one ever says Davis.
I say Davis.
What the?
Does this bother you for real?
No, it doesn't bother me at all.
Is it?
I've been correcting people for 10 years.
Do it. I'm splitting the difference between Ryan's bullshit and how nonchalant. It's somewhere in the middle. It does bother him.
It does not bother me.
It does. No, we're talking about it.
It used to bother him.
That's not true.
So I think he's just repressed the anger, but it's going to rear its ugly head.
Yeah, let's fucking
let's just start calling him by the right last
Before he starts
name.
hitting everyone in the balls with fucking racquetballs.
The
let's fucking
irony
do this.
is my dad was adopted, so that's my dad's
Made
adopted
up?
parents' last name.
Oh, that's all fucked up.
Yeah, how fucking difficult are you going to make this?
I mean, that's about as difficult. I think
Speaking
it's
of
gonna get.
OCD, thank you so much to some of our listeners who have been subscribing to us on iTunes, and more importantly, leaving a 5-star rating and a text, like a comment, like a review.
What are some of the comments
Great.
or
People
texts?
are saying they're great, saying that they like them.
Any
they
tweets?
Like,
Is anyone, any good tweets?
we did a free T-shirt giveaway with Twitter last episode, the one before. So there's been some tweets, yeah. For
What
sure.
are the good tweets?
There was
saying?
one.
Let's just talk.
There's one that
no.
says, "I love the name Danish." I hope nothing ever happens to it.
Jeff Dane is.
Maybe I should-
It says Jeff Danis,
Maybe
but it
I
has
should
umlauts
draw-
over the A to
maybe I
really
should-
accent it.
I should draw the long sign over that A, the straight
You should
line.
draw a little butthole. You should make like parentheses 0 parentheses parentheses 0 and like a little butthole so people know what the fuck.
All right, so
No, but you came in all like.
why do you stare at me when you
Because-
talk about people? You get this intense stare at me
Because-
when you're
okay,
like,
I'll look
people
away.
have been sending great text. You're like burning a
we
hole in my
want people
body.
to, like, our biggest goal is to get subscribers on iTunes, get
course.
positive comments and ratings on iTunes, 5-star ratings on iTunes. Really help us out. They're a free podcast and it helps us compete with a much bigger, well-funded podcast that
Yes.
that get recorded literally like less than half a mile away. Like 5 of the biggest podcasts in the fucking world get recorded.
I
in
say
this
we
shitty office.
take them down physically.
No!
We have a knight and we have a martial artist sitting less than 3 feet away from us.
You know what? It's time. It's time we bury the hatchet and join forces.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy wants to bury the hatchet because, from what I understand, Dan, when you and Andrew, a.k.a. Andy DeWitt, were together, I heard he was bitching, saying that I went a little hard on him on
That's not what I
episode.
said.
Was it episode 8 or episode 9?
It's
not
one of
what I
them.
said.
Let's get. We'll go one at a time on this. Let's wrap this first one up.
Yeah, I want to talk about
Long
these
story
reviews
short,
first.
we had Jerry Roach, a
Okay.
good friend of ours in the office earlier today, recording a Comedians episode. We're now carrying his podcast on the Comedians channel, a little 15-minute Roach's Ramble. Great
Very
podcast.
funny
Very
guy.
funny guy.
I like
very funny,
Jerry.
Super smart guy. Super dirty but funny. But Rocha, we filled out the paperwork yesterday for us all to go to Comic-Con because we all do voices on Action Figure Therapy, which is pretty popular. We all do voices in or do the podcast for Dorksplosion.com, which is like building an audience, which is nice. So come June, we're all hopefully going to go to Comic-Con. We'll probably do stuff with Machinima. We did a lot of on-air stuff for them last year.
O'Neill will be doing live POV porno on stage.
And I'm going to also be teaching a class
Oh man!
and how to get started in POV. Also, I had to tell...
you have a good five or 6 months to run up at it.
I had to tell my girlfriend, I go, so if you listen to it, you're going to hear me talk about wanting to get into POV porn, but it's all a big joke. It's not real at all.
I like how
I really had to give her like a half-hour explanation of my, look, this isn't real.
But I
It's
like
just-
how you just said that now, like she won't hear this
Oh,
one.
Mike, I'm not going to go to her now and say, I'm going to
You have to
say,
give her footnotes
I made
for
a
every
joke
episode.
about telling you.
That it was a joke.
Dude, you
Well,
don't
that
think
was a joke as well.
I'm 20 steps ahead,
It's
brother.
lies and then lies and
20
then lies.
steps. My
I
whole
had to
life
do the
is a
same
thing.
thing with my wife. I was like, if you listen to it, you might hear that I'm going to be the cameraman for O'Neill's POV porno. I might have to spit on his dick. Like, I might have to do that. What's happening?
Take the pop card off like a little bit, like it doesn't touch the mic.
okay, my
Come
bad.
on.
Anyway, long story short,
Dewitt.
Roach is in here earlier, like a couple hours ago, and we mentioned the bigger podcasts that are recorded in town. And Roach is like, first he requested you guys for Comic-Con because I'm like, oh, they won't want to go.
Does he remember us? I haven't talked
He
to him in
loves
years.
you guys. So many people think you guys are so funny. They're fucking.
It's weird
whatever.
because Jeff and I are the only friends that we have are each other, so I don't know.
Oh, I know.
And so a lot of people claim they love
Maybe
us.
that's
It's
because
like-
you fill
it's like-
pinata bags full of shit
and
take 'em to
garbage
birthday
at our friends
parties.
that are on TV's party.
At some point, we're going to run out of people to fuck with, and we're just going to fuck with each other, and then we'll have nobody.
Anyway, Roach requested you guys, and I said, "Oh, I had to fill out like fucking 80 million things of paperwork for everybody yesterday for Comic-Con. I did it.
She's
It's
like,
fine.
this is like getting a passport.
It's like getting a nerd passport. You're exactly right.
I
So I
can't
did all
wait-
that shit out.
I
And
can't
then
wait to make fun of
Earlier
nerds.
on the podcast we did earlier today, the comedians on Roach, the first one Roach was on. Roach was like, yeah, we should go to fucking Comic-Con and sabotage all the shit those other people. And he starts naming the people by name,
Yeah.
and I'm like, dude, I know all those people, and it wouldn't. No,
You
Listen,
can't
man.
call you can't call your shot like
Listen,
that.
all of y'all, it's a sabotage.
We're coming for you, Comic-Con. You better hide under your mother's skirt.
Stand it. I know you planned it.
Okay, please
Call
stop.
your mom and tell her to pick
Anyway.
you up early because we're fucking the place up.
Anyway, the best way to get to sabotage or take down your is just to do a good show and get popular. That's
Rest
the
in
best
peace
way.
to Adam Yao.
So that being
We're
said,
old, too.
We're starting to get like we've almost had all 5-star reviews on iTunes. We have people subscribing. Please keep doing that. But you guys.
I saw one of
You
the
guys are so
comments.
obsessed with like what are the numbers, but you do nothing to promote the shows. That's my favorite part about you guys.
wait.
Second favorite part,
You know what
the
we're doing?
outrage that you guys have at the 2 nice comments that were left. And
I'm not outraged. Old fucking Andy DeWitt over here just read it and it's in his head. One guy gave he gave it 5 stars and he said foul, but also
Read the actual-
extremely
Yeah,
funny.
Read the actual
Yeah,
comment.
And
I got it right here.
Sometimes we do go off on tangents, and he
No,
said
no,
that.
read
But
it.
in
says-
DeWitt's head, he's
I'm
like,
going to read it. I'm going to read it.
Let's
It
have
says,
Uncle Andy read it.
It said,
it's Uncle Andy's reading hour. Can I sit on your lap?
Yes, you can. Come here, son. I'll tell you about a simpler time. It says, funny as hell, 5 stars, foul, and tends to go off on tangents. However, it's the best laugh I've had in quite a while. I didn't get in my head about it. I said,
Yeah, he did. Did he not get his head?
Yeah, Andrew, you got so
I
good
said,
about
we
it.
can't foul. Let me just say it. I said, do we need to not go on so many tangents?
But
No,
who is this guy though? He's fucking.
Hey, oh wait.
a fan.
He's one of the 2 people so far that had
Hey,
no
I
idea
agree.
shit to fucking write a positive
I
review.
agree,
asshole.
but-
He is a cool dude who likes our show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
wait,
guy-
his name. I wanna
he's
give him a
the
shout
only
out.
guy
Hold
that-
on a
he's the
second.
only
You
guy
know
that
who
fucking
now
likes you.
is the sheriff
That's
of
true.
Motor City? Old Andy DeWitt. Because he's going to make sure we don't go off on any of those tangents.
That's all we've
We
done.
got
the
the
last,
mayor,
the
and now
last
we got the
10
sheriff.
minutes.
We
It's
don't
just-
take too kindly to tangents on
No,
this
I-
here podcast.
So
I
anyway,
don't think he's the sheriff. I think he's the tangent patrol. Like he's strictly.
But in
That just
Motor
sounds like
City,
a wiener with a fucking clipboard who goes around and fucks with
yeah,
people.
there you are. There you are. If,
You're a
if
crossing
if the
guard.
clipboard fits, wear it.
I am
Anyway,
the best at
thank you to
crossing
you guys that do
guard
that.
of
Please
life.
subscribe to us. Please also, we've never mentioned this. It's been like 10 episodes in. Hey, if you like our podcast, us, share it with a friend. Send a link to the website or your favorite episode to a friend. Tell them
Great
to
for
listen
the
to it.
holidays. It's a free gift, and you can just send it to your parents.
No, you can't, because then your
And
parents
say, this
won't
is
like
the stuff
it.
I like.
This
Hey,
is
just
almost-
don't send it to my parents.
If you send it to your grandparents,
Yeah, then you'll have to
That-
you have to fight your
Otherwise-
dad. You'll have to fight your dad on the bicycle.
and I'll
stand on
also have to
Christmas
find
morning.
a new place to spend Christmas if they listen to this.
if you send this to your grandparents, it'll bring them back to those fireside chats with
And-
FDR.
And if you play it at their gravesite, it'll bring them back from the dead.
Oh,
There's a lot of promises being made right now.
Yeah, I want more comments, and I want more comments praising specifically me, the Danish, as a great force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, so if you go to iTunes, pick your favorite.
Is that too much of a
member
tangent,
and-
Sheriff?
I'm just saying. I appreciated that dude's comment.
No, that was it was. I took it as a great, very positive comment.
I thought it was a little passive aggressive that he like. It was like,
I think he was.
my girlfriend is fat and she smells, but
dude,
she's great in
nah,
the sack.
come on.
No, he was saying he
was
laughed
fine.
the hardest. It's just, I think he was just like trying to. I think people are trying to warn other people. But here's the point: if you leave a comment, you don't have to write that it's foul, because if you listen to any of the top 5 comedy podcasts,
Everyone's
and they're-
scolding this guy.
they're
I
all
support.
F-word.
It
Like,
is
everyone
foul.
cuss.
I'm embarrassed.
I listened to the
of the
Nerdist
things I
yesterday, and they were
say.
talking about cum for like 2 or 3 minutes. So it's like the Nerdist are like the smartest, most.
They're popular, so it's not dirty.
I know. So I'm
Once
just
you
saying,
get popular, it won't be foul anymore.
then we'll just be talking about taking shits on people's.
I agreed
cloacas
with
and
the
stuff.
review. I just thought maybe for the future we'll watch some of our tangenting.
Okay.
You know, like
as the guy who fucking puts all this shit up and runs the
Oh,
goddamn
and-
website for you idiots, I'm saying thank you all. I mean, by idiots, I mean the 3 idiots in front of me, not our 17 fans. To the fans, thank you guys so much. Keep doing what you do.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate
Shouldn't I
it.
be thanking them as the mayor? It seems like you're
Oh, well, then give him a thank you.
Hey, everybody. This is the Danish, the mayor. You guys voted for me 3 years ago.
You're up for re-election.
I'm up for re-election this year. I'd like to thank you for your support and your continued support of Boner City, USA. 'Cause
Also-
everybody's
Presented by
going boner.
Dorksplosion.com.
Okay, also, the Boner City T-shirts will be in this week, and they have a monster truck with Boner that Andrew drew with Boner City
did.
USA under them.
And Dan, if you want us to
they're
promote the
super
show,
cheap.
just tell us, because we have people that have 15 to 1,600 Twitter followers that at a drop of a hat can just go ahead and drop Boner City
Andrew,
on
can
their
I,
tweet.
Andrew, can I go on a tangent, please, for a quick second?
you know what? I will allow it.
Thank you. There's have you guys seen, this is kind of some insider knowledge, but have you seen the guy on Sunset in Crescent
Who
Heights?
is this for? Who is this
the
for?
guy who dances,
Oh, the black guy
with the
okay,
sun.
I
You
don't know.
can
If
see now,
if you
you
paint
know.
the scene, I'll give it to you. Everybody has these in their city. Sign twirlers, the guys that twirl sign for real
This guy
estate or
is
something.
fucking
There's
high.
a, well, no. Here's the
Wait,
problem.
let Donis paint the scene.
Yeah,
We need to know how tall he is, how
tall.
How black? How
How
black
tall?
is he?
No, age, height, race,
Let me
and,
paint
and,
the
and
picture.
what he thinks if you're swimming.
But you know what? I'm getting a little bored with just saying black. I would like to know very black.
I'll
Like-
tell you. This guy
okay.
he looks like he's either Haitian or maybe African.
Okay.
So very dark.
You can
God.
you can take from what you may.
This
from
is not
that.
helping.
He's very lean, like no
He's a
body
tall,
fat.
skinny black guy.
I've seen him.
Okay, here's my problem.
Great
He
enthusiasm.
advertises the breakdancing / karate school that's in.
No,
that-
now Subway swooped him up.
No, Subway too. But here's the biggest problem with the guy. He advertises the karate / breakdancing school that's in that like strip mall that
Yeah.
he dances in front of. Here's the problem, and it's for the classes for kids. If I send my kids to this school for 10 years, will they get the skills needed to dance on a sidewalk for 8 hours a day? Because he break dances and does karate kicks. So the only training,
But I
the only way that
don't
training
think
pays off
he's-
is to be a fucking sign twirler. Yeah, I'm gonna put my kid in like
Well,
fucking
I've
Kumon
never
classes. or
I've never
something.
taken it as that. I've taken it as just this guy has unbelievable enthusiasm, and I don't think he's actually done what he's promoting. He's just out there trying to get the traffic in. This guy, I walked by this guy in like
You think
90
he's a self-taught
to 100-degree
man?
days, and this guy is sweating.
Oh, he is.
No,
Sweating.
I've driven by like at like 10 or 11 in the
guy's
morning,
giving it
done
his
shit,
all.
and driven back like at 5 or 6, and he's still there.
He
Like,
gives it his all with a great smile. I support this guy.
That's
Do you
great,
think he's
man.
like? Well, fuck, he's got a Facebook page.
That's
You
like
gotta
my
find
favorite
it.
he
movie,
is-
Cool Running.
He now has a sign.
With
It
his,
is like
with his Facebook and how many
that was a
followers.
tangent,
and he
Sheriff.
updates
Okay,
it.
let's get off tangents.
He has a sign now that to support him on Facebook. I think he's trying to become the #1 sign twirler in the U.S.
Is that even a thing?
I think it should be.
His name's like
yeah, I don't
Carl, Happy Carl, or Dancing.
No, he gives it his all, man, and you gotta appreciate that because he gives it all for 8 or 9 hours that he's out there.
Have you guys ever seen the sign twirling hecklers that go by there?
No, are they real?
I'm kidding.
They're us.
Hey, you're not giving it your.
You're gonna
heart,
use
pussy.
that sign as a shield now, son.
When I get my wooden sword.
What do you want to do with that sign, son? You want to pawn it or
DeWitt's thinking
sell it?
about.
We can't find his. I can't find his Facebook page is on the sign.
He has a
If you
Facebook
drive
page?
by,
Yeah,
he
he
has
really
his
does.
Facebook URL.
What's
how many
his?
followers.
I'll walk by and
It's
I'll
like-
check it.
What's
it's
his deal? Like he must be promoting something else.
I think so people that don't live in Los Angeles or in Hollywood.
Losers.
No, you
I think they're better
You have the
people.
best fucking life of anyone.
Yeah.
You live in a city that's not powered by retard and filled with dog shit. and
Dude,
hobo
where
piss.
else can you have lungs that like you've been smoking and you don't
you
smoke?
just walk in. You walk from
true.
you walk from your car to
You
a
could
Target.
get
and you
pneumonia
fucking-
from living too close
Where else
to
do
the
you have
highway.
to park in a paid parking structure to go to fucking Target? Hollywood, California.
I like to
for one.
jog, and it feels like I smoked 2 packs.
Okay. Anyway, the fucking what were we saying about LA?
Uh oh, tangents.
No, the sign twirling.
I'm
thing.
gonna have to write you boys up.
God damn it! Now I fucking.
We're talking about the side tour. What he's promoting.
The thing about Hollywood is like what his deal is this. There's people that just fucking move to LA or move to Hollywood that like have no plan. They're just like, I'm gonna act like a fucking bizarre retard and I'm just gonna get famous doing that. I'm just
Some
gonna
people do.
I'm gonna make my thing something really fucking stupid and hopefully someone's gonna put me in a music video or whatever. Our friend Kevin Lee Light, he's Hollywood Jesus. He's a guy that
He's not my friend.
not friends
Not
of
my
mine.
friend.
He's
not
I'm
a
friendly
friend
with
at
the guy,
all.
But he's a guy that's like tall, skinny guy, long hair, big mustache.
But
he
did
wears
you
a
watch
robe.
him fuck? Like,
Yeah. In previous episodes, Ryan has watched almost all his friends fuck because he's got. So
He
many
is not
fuck
a friend, so I definitely
anyway,
didn't
Kevin
watch
Lee
him
Light
fuck.
just dresses like Jesus and walks around Hollywood. He goes to like Coffee Bean and he hangs at the Comedy Store at night. That's where we met him. He's friends with our
Now
friend
he's
Brody.
getting $20 million a movie.
No, he's been in like 4 or
Is that
5
not
music
true?
videos. He's been like this and that. People post them. He's all over Instagram.
Yeah,
But
he is
that's kind
everywhere.
of his plan. That's not. I mean, he's the
exception.
He's the threshold of like he's a nice guy. You can call him Kevin and talk to him. He's like not a fucking weirdo. He's just like, but below Kevin is just a billion fucking assholes. That,
the
like,
problem,
shitty
though-
Spider-Man. We saw Fat Spider-Man, sweatpants Iron Man, fucking not even an Avatar
the
costume.
Avatar chick.
The people
at
in front of
Hollywood
the Chinese
Boulevard
theater people.
sucks.
They suck.
Well, no, most of them suck.
That's
That
like-
Jesus guy just walks around.
yeah, he walks around. He's
He
not a
wishes
racist.
that this was the 80s so he could be in the I Love LA Randy Newman
Exactly.
song.
The worst part
video
is
for
there's
it.
another Jesus guy that walks from my wife saw him.
Rivals?
And I was
You rival Jesuses?
because we drove by Kevin. He was on Laurel Canyon one day, like probably walking to somebody's house or something. And I go, oh, I honked and waved. I go, oh, that's Hollywood Jesus, my friend Kevin. She, that's not Hollywood Jesus. I saw another one. And I'm like, oh,
Wow.
Jesus. Kevin's got a cap.
What's
What
that guy
not? This is gonna
do
be
for a
like
job?
Tupac and Biggie. They could take each other out.
There's no Tupac on Hollywood Boulevard. That's why he's probably still alive.
When I went to the
He
when I
lived
went
in
to the
Cuba.
University of Maryland, there was this guy who was like literally a dead ringer for Tupac, but he went for it. He wore the red band, like he would go for it, and he had the nose ring and everything. This guy was like, and I was like, I think Tupac's enrolled at the University
Just
of
went to
Maryland.
college, just get away from it
Yeah,
all.
no, he was. Well, I think he was dead at that point,
But
but I don't know.
yeah, but dude, Hollywood's like from working. We all worked at DeWitt moved here later, but we all worked at the Comedy Store, and it's like you get that open mic
World
there.
famous.
Yeah.
Best,
Yeah.
worst 7 years of my life.
But you get that open mic with guys. I've had guys at the Comedy Store come, like, I'm hosting the open mic. You know, it's like 6 o'clock. It's daylight outside. They go, oh, man, put me on stage. I'm going to rock it. I'm going to be famous.
Well,
And
that's
then-
pretty much everybody.
And then they
in
get
the
on
open
stage
mic.
and they're dog shit. And you're like, why the fuck are you here? Or they wear like a gold lame suit or come out with like props and
Well,
bullshit and it's just nothing. But they just move to Hollywood and assume that it's just all going to work out. that
I
they're
mean,
special, unique
Hollywood
snowflakes.
it attracts these crazy
freak magnet.
It's like, yeah, it's like moths to the flame.
Well, dude, who thinks they can be famous? Delusional psychos.
But
And
you don't-
that's what you do out here.
You don't. You know what the sad part is? In like my best friend Crespo, Sean Crespo, my best friend, is a really
Hey,
funny
Sean.
comic. He lives in New York.
I miss you.
The sad thing, the New York street.
Do you remember when you fought Crespo and you called me like 6 times at 5 in the morning and I didn't answer, but you just kept calling? Finally, I was like, "What?" You're like, "I just beat the shit out of my best friend."
No, I don't think I called you.
Was that
You fucking did he? Remember
I
told
probably
you?
was picture. I would
No,
never.
you called
I would never
me.
fight Crespo because I was probably picturing you when we were fighting. I
You
probably,
did.
I
Denying
didn't-
this?
Are you
I didn't-
denying this?
No, I was drunk as fuck. I barely
You're
remember.
blocking it out.
Blocking it out.
Dude,
But
you know you
now that I
called
think
me.
of it,
I was
to
there
get-
for you,
to get
Dan.
angry enough to fight my best friend, which is the worst thing I've ever done probably in my life. Well, one of them was I had to picture you probably. Punch you
Dude, but
stupid
remember
fucking
this,
face.
Dan. I was there for you on the 6th call. The 6th time you called, I was
It
there
was like
for you.
4 in the morning. wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in Texas. We were in Beaumont, Texas.
Oh, so now the story is
Oh.
suddenly coming back to you.
yeah, I was fuck off.
The magic mind of Danny Bilak.
DeWitt, you work with Dan.
Yeah.
Are you scared that there's violence coming
There's
up?
no
he
violence.
throws things at me.
There's no violence.
You
he
okay?
throws pins at
He's
me.
getting so pissed right now. even.
I'm looking for a fucking pen.
He hit me in the mouth with a
No,
big tube,
no.
a cardboard tube.
We had this big, like 8-foot cardboard tube, like the middle of a wrapping paper thing that came with some, like a green screen that shipped here or something. Idiot is blowing into it like a didgeridoo.
right by his ear.
We finally throw it
You're
out.
there, and
He
he's
was like right by
yeah,
he
and I
came
go
up to me right in my fucking face, like super loud. So I went to hit the bottom of it, right, to hit it at him. But halfway through the stroke, stop it. Halfway through the stroke, I realized, holy fuck, I could really hurt him.
You didn't realize anything until I went, my tea.
I couldn't stop. But then, I hit him, and it was silent for like half a second, like, oh shit. Then
Wait.
it was like, oh, my mouth.
Can we have DeWitt tell the story? Because I'm sure he would tell it like
And
you
DeWitt's
knocked
going,
out all his
it's covered
teeth
in razor
by like
blades.
curbing him.
The building's
with the
on
fucking-
fire. He was fighting Nazis with
Hey,
a
hold
sword.
on. Okay.
Oh, you know what we're getting to.
I like-
too,
I
dude.
like-
Can you cue up a song? Did you ever know that you're my hero?
I like to.
Yes,
I like to tell
can.
my stories in a more dramatic fashion.
Oh, don't do
Okay,
it.
look,
got
can
plenty
we
of
get to
time.
this now?
Not yet. But anyway, so
because I'm really chomping at the bit.
But oh no,
What
I
are
wanna-
you gonna
I wanna finish
say?
in New York. No, I don't want to get a tangent. The New York thing. The street people in New York that move there that do crazy shit are usually at least talented because in New York people will punch you in the fucking face. People like get the fuck
Yeah,
out of my fucking
yeah.
face. Here in LA, everyone's in a car. It's like, oh, there's that annoying guy dancing in front of a Hooters for no.
But also,
fucking
everyone
reason.
here
weather-
is scared.
and
The
in
weather
New York-
here, though, is better.
That's
Yeah,
the
but
thing.
no, but in New
Everybody's
York, everyone
scared,
walks.
dude.
If you're pulling bullshit in New York, you will get punched on the subway.
No, but out
platform.
here, New
Out
York,
here,
you'll get
everybody's like-
punched, but you don't know. There's too many guys out here that could either shoot you or
Yeah.
stab you with a dirty needle. It's fucking
I love
nut,
that's your go-to.
nut
They have
job.
straight razors and stuff.
Yeah.
And you don't want to fuck around with
These
them.
are
Who has a
legit
straight-
lunatics.
Cholas have straight razors in their hair. What do you
Chola?
fucking talk
I
about?
bet
those women?
you
Female
Trash
cholos.
Train, the shit elf, who is a homeless guy who lives in the trees above our office. He probably has a straight razor.
I didn't want to look up because I was afraid they were going to drop a syringe into my eyeball.
I get weirded out about things falling into my eye,
Were you once
stuff like
stabbed
that,
with
too.
a syringe in Chicago?
Oh, I shook a homeless man's hand. He had a syringe in his glove, and it stabbed me.
That's not true.
I swear to God, and it
Hey,
bled.
did you get a boner because you
No.
like fucking without a
Okay,
condom?
then
and, like,
I
the
go,
AIDS
oh,
factor?
this is fucking weird. I go, dude, something just stabbed me. And then he took off. And then that was maybe 15 years ago, and I've never had an AIDS
Why
test.
did you
You
shake
need
his
to
hand?
get an AIDS test right now.
Were you running for office? Like, why did you shake his
Yeah, why are you
hand?
shaking the
Because
homeless?
that's when I quit shaking hands with people because I was trying to be
Dude.
fucking nice because this girl I knew said, oh, this is a homeless
Were you
guy.
trying to impress him?
And
Her?
I eat in the park with them every day because my school was right
your friend a
across
junkie?
from. No,
chick a junkie?
Well, I think she later tried to kill herself. But whatever. So it was right across from the park, which was across from my college, and she would go eat lunch with him every day. And then she brought him over and met me and shook my hand, and I fucking something in these big gloves.
Think it was her
stabbed
dad?
me in the fucking hand.
Yeah, she's
Did you
embarrassed.
bleed?
She embarrassed
Yeah,
to introduce
it
you to-
drew blood.
Dude, what if you were supposed to be fat this whole time and you've just had AIDS and it's keeping the fat off?
Well, then
bro?
everybody in my family has it because we're all thin.
No, dude. Speaking of Crespo, like 5 or 6 years ago, I was staying at Crespo's one summer in New York, like staying there doing like comedy and shit. And I walked out from his apartment. This black guy, old black guy, like 50, no, like 60 years old, like kind of a crusty old black dude comes up. Hey man, shake my hand, and I'm a fucking idiot. Like, oh, I want.
Is this like a pull my finger?
Secret. It's the worst. Pull my finger. I shake his hand. He does this. It's too low for a high five, but like too high. Like it's a weird thing where you couldn't really you'd have to shake his hand like to acknowledge him. I shake his hand. He locks in and goes, "I got AIDS."
Jesus.
And I'm just like, and then he locks his other hands on my shoulder, and I'm like trying to squirm like away from his AIDSy death
Do you
grip.
think he was
And
just fucking with you?
I don't
like for
dude,
fun.
I don't care. I ran back into Chris's apartment, like ran up. To
I
the
think
fifth
it was
story
just
of the-
his way
They
of
live in a
getting it out.
a five-story walk up, and I go on. There was no soap or anything in the house. I'm spraying Windex on my
on
hands.
a
and
second.
I would
Samantha
cut my
Windex
hand
with
off.
ammonia D.
I need to say something about Dan because when we were at Comic-Con, Dan got real scared a couple
Wait, is
of times.
this a tangent?
This is a tangent, but it relates to that story.
If you hate these tangents, please tweet at us at Dorksplosion and tell us to stop.
But
Yeah.
But go on
And,
iTunes and leave a 5-star.
Also,
5-star rating.
and if you have naked photos, send it to O'Neill the Ass Kicker at Yahoo. That's ONEILL.
Don't put that in every
Have you gotten
episode.
any?
No, I check though. I don't know if the episode's aired where we talk about sending them to you yet.
I hope you get a ton and they're terrible.
I hope they're dude pictures.
People are going to send you, like, they'll
Yeah.
probably just...
If you have pictures of your balls, send them to O'Neill the Ass Kicker.
or you just-
at
No,
yahoo.com.
no ball shot.
Or you just go online and Google, like, fat naked woman
Yeah.
and send it to
No,
O'Neill
that's
the
what I
Ass.
figured everyone would send. But then I'm
No, if you're gonna do it, hold up a sign or write on a marker or something. These are for you, Ryan.
hold up a newspaper that has the date on it right next
like
to
a
the
ransom
pussy.
from the 70s.
Yeah, so I know that it's a legit
next to the
pussy.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, what were you gonna say?
So when we were at Comic-Con, like we would go places at night, and Dan would be like, "Oh, we gotta get in a cab, man. This is sketch
Yeah,
city."
San Diego's
No,
rough.
But,
downtown
like-
there's a, but hey, fuckhead, what happened when it got like super dark?
There was one old black lady on the street. Like it was like Rocha.
I
Jerry
like
Rocha
Dan
and
set it up like, what happened? Tell him, dude. Tell him what happened when it got dark.
Jerry Rocha
Oh
and I
my
were like,
God.
"Why is Dan so nervous? Like, what is happening? Why is Dan so nervous?"
Dude, it's that tranny.
Also,
It's
you
because of the tranny
also, you
blowjob.
fucking retards. I was carrying like $3,000 to $4,000 worth of fucking photo and video equipment, and a fucking
Makes
MacBook
sense.
Pro, and other. I probably had $10,000 worth of electronic shit in my fucking backpack, asshole.
Yeah, but I had
I was like a-
$100,000 worth of comic books in my bag.
and your ass.
Dan
you
was just
fucking idiot.
Did you really?
How many?
No.
And if we got that shit stolen and all, so we had those
Where do you
videos that we
live?
do,
How
fuck
much do you have in
Hey,
comic
how
books?
come I'm not allowed to ever make fun of you? You call me, you drop
Because
F-bombs
I know how
on
to
me
defend
all
myself
day.
with logic, you idiot. Because I explained what
I
the
just
fucking thing was.
defended myself with
Let's do it.
logic.
This
You know what?
podcast is tearing us apart.
And this is exactly what I told you
All
on
right,
the
no,
phone,
don't.
Dan.
If you're gonna yell, Mike, back the mic up a few inches.
This is exactly what I
All
told
right.
you on the phone.
Yeah. Well, then let's get into what this episode is really about today. Let's bring it on right now.
Oh boy!
So
that's
speaking
what,
of,
that's what the tension's
a
about.
couple episodes ago, after Ryan and Jeff left the office, DeWitt looked at me seriously. And goes, dude, do you think these podcasts are like getting too mean? Are we being too mean to each other? And it was right after the episode where we made fun of. What did we make fun of DeWitt?
Well, he got trapped under
yeah.
a car,
His near-
and he thought he was going to die of rainwater, drowning,
His near-death
drowning
experience
from
where he almost drowned under his
because
own
he couldn't
minivan.
crane his neck to the side to get air that didn't have water in it.
So DeWitt was saying, "Are we being too mean?" But what DeWitt really meant was, "Hey, do you think they're being too mean to me? My feelings are hurt."
You are sentenced to death by minivan.
That is not what I meant. What
That
I
is
meant
what you
was
meant.
I really like you guys.
We like you too.
We love you.
and,
Andy DeWitt.
and I just want us to keep having fun, good rockin' times.
Well, I think we need to air our grievances then.
Well, okay. So DeWitt called me last night when I was driving. I had to drive down Orange County last night. My T-shirts is coming fucking late. I'm tired.
So buy those fucking t-shirts. Go to
No,
dorksplosion.com.
don't.
Thank you.
Ryan. Just
Look at
let
he's
it
promoting
be.
the
We're
show,
giving-
dude.
We gave
You
some out
you
free
gave me
last week.
a 50-minute lecture 2 weeks ago
All I
about
said
how we
is
need to
let's-
start taking this more serious.
No, I just
so
said let me
plug-
do the sign-ins for like 10 seconds. Let me say the name of the
All right,
podcast.
that was a tangent. Let's go back.
Okay,
get back
so
to reality.
this is DeWitt. DeWitt calls me and he tells me the story, and it's just tell him, take it from the top. Andrew.
I don't want to tell this story because you guys are going to make fun of me for this.
Andrew called.
How about this?
we
We
would
promise
Andrew
never-
calls
well.
me and goes, "Dude, I just saved a guy's life tonight."
Whoa!
I knew when I said that to Dan.
So this is called "Dude, I just saved a guy's life."
Can we
tonight.
get an intro?
Oh yeah. Hold
Okay.
on, Andrew. Don't wait.
Here's the intro to Andrew DeWitt's life-saving experiences.
Mythical and magical adventures.
Okay, what
It's from
was
the
that?
wait.
Oh yeah, DeWitt's running down the street.
Okay.
Carrying that battle
So,
axe, the wooden battle
I
axe.
have to admit that I knew it was a mistake.
To save his life?
No, to
tell
to
Dan.
start the conversation with Dan.
Wait, this is a good part of the song.
I feel like I'm at a middle school dance.
Can you just have it down real low while he tells the story?
let's
yeah,
hold
maybe
it down.
that'll
This is
work.
"Wind Beneath My Wings," by the way, by Pep.
And you
Did
can
they play
just
this
keep-
at your guys' middle school dances as well?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Or
fuck
roller
yeah.
skate rinks.
It was you
too.
were fast dancing to "Highway to the Danger Zone" and then making out.
I think
to
this
this
might
song.
even been my class song.
Did you make out at middle school dance?
Quick tangent. Can I be allowed to involve
Tangent.
tits? Okay.
Brr.
High school.
Don't make it a
first time I
habit,
ever kissed a
son.
girl. 6th grade dance. They were playing. It wasn't this song. It was
Let you go with a
Berlin. Take My
warning.
Breath Away from the Top Gun
Verbal
soundtrack.
warning.
Girl named Angela Randall. First time I ever kissed a girl. Kissed her. Was nervous, and then her friends pushed our heads together. She had braces. Cut my lip.
Really?
Terrified.
Oh.
Did not get AIDS though, like Ryan would have hoped for, probably.
And
And then later, she friended me on Facebook. I don't communicate with anyone like that. Like, I don't know, because that's kind of creepy and weird. But she did post pictures of her on Halloween dressed as like a sexy Girl Scout.
She looked good?
Yeah, good looking broad.
Hey, Angela.
In the 30s, as a
Send
kid.
your pictures to
No,
Emil the ass
don't.
kicker.
Just Angela.
That's
Angela,
ONEILL.
please have no contact with any of us
If
whatsoever.
your face isn't that good,
Okay.
don't include it. Just
She's
include
a nice,
tits.
No, include
she's a
the
nice
face.
looking woman. I think she has a
But if
kid.
it's
I'm
not
saying,
good,
I just,
That's fine.
Just
Fine.
You'll
All right,
like it
let's
more,
get to
bro.
Andrew.
Trust me.
let's get back to Andrew DeWitt. Saves a life.
Okay, so I knew it was a mistake starting a conversation with Dan by saying, "Dude, I just saved somebody's life," because I'd already told my buddy Tony, and he was all on board for it.
Did you get-
Was Tony on board for
Tony's
your
his friend
death?
that's psyched about
He was
everything.
totally on board
Tony's
for all
psyched,
of it.
Tony's psyched about everything, though. He's,
what happened?
He's the opposite of me.
Okay,
He's-
so I was biking home from work. I got to take the train under the hill because I don't want to bike on Coenga because it's dangerous.
You're not ready for the pass yet.
I'm not ready for it. I'm fat. I'm not ready.
Pass.
You know.
All right.
So I take it under
You'll
the
get
hill.
there. Take it slow.
So this college kid is playing with his fucking hoodie, and he drops it on the track, and then he hops down to get it.
Oh, third rail.
And he fucking, it's like 7 feet deep, you know, like, so he.
No, it's not. It's
Okay,
like four.
it's not
7 feet deep when you
feet.
open
I
your
was just
tab.
in the subway.
It's like 3.5 to 4
I
feet.
took the subway
It's
to the Natural History Museum.
Like chest deep in
I
an
feel like I'm
average-sized
about
man.
to pass out already. I feel like I'm having a panic
7
attack
feet
right
deep,
now.
and it's filled with invisible lava.
Yeah, dude, I take a rope ladder when I get onto the subway. I have to climb down to the car. 7 feet deep? What are you
Well,
talking
anyway.
about? It's like knee high.
Can I please tell it? Okay.
So it's 7 feet deep.
So he goes to get back out, and he can't get out.
Trap.
Is he a midget or
no,
a little
no,
person?
he's like he's probably taller than me, but he can't pull himself out. And
Was he like he was a normal person?
yeah, he's a normal person.
What were
okay?
people saying? Like,
People,
oh my god.
People were upset. People were like, someone's got to get him out of there, and no one was doing anything. There weren't many people waiting on the train.
On the
'cause it was
screen,
like-
how long before the train arrived? How many
I could
minutes?
see the light in
That's
the
a
tunnel.
lie. Andrew
That's
Clinton
not
did
a
a train.
lie. I could see the light in the tunnel. It wasn't close, though.
There was a light bulb in the
Let
tunnel.
me reiterate that it was not close.
Did you look
but it was
around
in
the
tunnel.
subway?
When you can see the light, it's close.
Yeah, but I don't think it is.
It was
There's
like
probably a
you
park
could see
train on
all
another
the way
track that
down
we're
the
working
valley.
on.
You can see all the way down the valley at the
Was
Hollywood
it an
and Highland
iPhone
thing.
light that you saw?
Anyway, so I pulled him out of the thing, right?
How did you pull him out?
Double hands?
Like two
I got
hands.
one-handed, just
No, I
picked him
used
up.
2 hands to pull him out.
Okay.
Did you use your Ren Fair training?
What did you say to him?
Yeah.
I said, "Are you okay?" And
no,
he-
as you're saying, we're like, be still. I've got you. Like, what did you say? Like, as you're
no, I
doing it.
said, "Let's get you out of here, bro." You know,
You
like,
did not say that.
Yes, I did.
And once
So-
you pulled him out, how long before the train showed up? 20 minutes?
7.
No, wait. You're jumping too far. When you got him out, what did he say? Did he hug you? Did he say
He
thanks?
said, "Dude, thank you so much." And then, like,
Was
it
he nervous? Was he yelling
Yes,
help?
he was nervous.
Was he yelling
nervous.
help from down there?
He said, "Hey, I need your help," to me directly, because when he hopped
you the
down.
young-
Wait, no, you said you went and helped him without any type of. You just did it. You
no,
didn't say he called
let me
for
just
help.
tell the story, Dan, before you hop
You're
all
not
over
a
me
hero.
and
You
try to
helped
make
somebody
fun
who
of
asked
me.
you for help.
Do it. Let him finish.
When he hopped down there, I said, "Let me know if you need help getting out."
Because the train's going to be here in 30
Wait,
minutes.
that's a different story, dude. You told me he jumped down, didn't know, got trapped, and then you rescued him. You said, "Hey, bro, jump down there, grab your sweatshirt. I'll spot you." Basically.
Oh, this is how he was acting right before he beat the shit out of Crespo.
Fuck you.
I feel like I could take Dan to
Whoa.
Steph.
Oh, that medieval training, dude.
Boner City Deathmatch.
Surf training versus medieval
I
training.
have a lower center of gravity. It's not going to be a good fight. I'm going to be sitting on his
Crespo
chest.
was a martial artist.
Can you just keep going?
Anyway, so I pulled him out of the thing, and it
Did you exchange numbers?
No, but
wait for it.
okay. So when I was pulling out of the thing, people were nervous.
Was there a
screaming.
slow clap?
Yeah,
No,
the people applaud
that's
at
the
the end.
reason I called
This is why
Dan.
he's
Is
mad.
no one
He
said
said-
shit to me. No one said anything to me.
I didn't tell it, but
say
what
it.
the first thing he called is he
No
called.
one cared.
No one gave a
No
shit
one
because it
cared.
wasn't life-threatening.
He called-
That's why no one gave a fuck. That's because you're not going to get the key to the city, Fred. Because nobody gave a fuck. Because the train wasn't anywhere near hitting this fucking guy, and he was probably just too lazy to hop up. He's like, "Oh, hey, bro, I'm really fucking stoned. Can you just grab my arm and pull
Let
me
me
up?"
finish.
What are you
Please, let me
arm
finish.
finished? The story started out, "Hey, I just saved someone's life, and no one gave a shit." That's the second part. I didn't say at the
Did
beginning.
this
That's what
guy,
he said.
after
That's how
you
he
saved
started
him,
the
did
story.
he say thank you for saving my life?
Wait
He
for
said,
it.
okay,
He said
so
thank
he
you.
said thank
No,
you so
that's a
much.
no.
He said thank you so much, and then he came up again a second time to me, and he said, "Dude, seriously."
So he gave it.
Thank you, and he looked like he was like kind of shaking up, like he was about to cry. And he
Or
said,
that
"Thank
he had
you,
dropped like
seriously."
half a pack of
No,
Skittles.
but I mean, he
couldn't get
cared
back.
that you wanted more caring from
Yeah,
other
like,
people.
He
He's
wanted the
lucky he
slow
didn't jump
clap.
on that third
He wanted
rail.
the people
That's
around
will
to like
kill you,
cheer
though,
him.
because I used to live in Chicago, and if he touched the third rail,
You'll
he would
die.
have been fucked.
No, but he wanted clapping and applause.
Maybe
and, like,
he
a
was trying to
homophobic
kill
up and
himself,
blowjob.
and you prevented his suicide.
What if that was true?
by casually dropping it. He's like,
You know what?
ready?
Let's give him his act. Let's all give him a round of applause.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. It wasn't an action movie. It wasn't-
Hero! Hero.
That makes it worse.
Andy. You saved a man's
We
life.
would lift you on our shoulders, but we don't have insurance for that, dude.
Hey, can you just wait for this next Ren Fair where you can gather everyone around the fire and tell your tale of heroism?
How would I say? A dragon was coming down the cave?
Oh, a
Is that what
steel
I-
dragon. Oh, a steel dragon.
Fire from the beast was approaching.
I'm gonna side with DeWitt just because I think he needs my support.
So he doesn't
I'm
cry.
not totally against it just because I know that you're delicate.
It wasn't.
I gave you a lot of shit for your attempted death.
I'm not as delicate as you guys think. I am very sensitive, but I will say, like, it wasn't an action movie, and I told Dan over the phone it wasn't an action movie, okay? Like, it wasn't like the train came right then, but it was in the tunnel, and it was nerve-wracking.
Did you look at people like, hey, how about a little something? How about a little round of applause?
No, I didn't. I just kind of, like, looked at the ground.
How many lives?
Because I assumed someone would say something to me.
How many lives?
nobody
would
You
you
was waiting
say-
for somebody to plant that hand on that shoulder.
I really
man.
wish I knew how far away the train was.
Hey, we got your back, Spider-Man. That's what you're waiting
Here's
for.
the reason-
You wanted
here's-
Joey Diaz to come up and tell me
Here's
he
the
had his
reason.
back.
Here's the reason I think it wasn't the lamest thing in the world was because he thanked me a second time. You know, that's why I think it was.
He was probably so fucking high he didn't remember if he thanked you the first time because that's why he was trapped down
How
there.
many people were
How do
down
you get
there?
trapped down there?
like maybe like 20. You know,
was everyone looking like, is someone going to save this poor
if you-
man?
Yeah, they were like, "What the fuck?" is
Did
this?
they all look at you?
No,
So
they
it
didn't look
was-
at me.
I'm
Did your
thinking.
cape get in the way when you were running to save this guy, or did it just kind of flow in the breeze so it was like out? It was
Did you tell your wife this so you could eat her ass a lot?
I did tell her, and I said nobody thought I was a hero, and that she did a little dance for me. A hero.
I'm
But like a mocking
was it a
dance.
mocking dance?
It was fairly mocking.
It was a mocking
fairly
dance.
mocking. But that's fine.
I'm putting
A dance
myself
is a
though.
dance.
I'm putting myself.
I'm on the
in-
fence on
I'm
this.
putting myself on that platform. And I don't know if I would say anything to you. I'm not saying that in a bad
But you
way.
might Facebook it. You might Facebook. You
What?
might be like,
Oh, I
"So,
just
dude,
saw
pull a
this-
dude."
I think what people.
No one would
I think
Facebook
if I
I don't know.
I think it
No one
had
would even tweet that. If they took like a picture of you, like
had the subway been
oh, what if
closed.
someone took a blurry picture? It's on Twitter. Like, oh, who
I
is
think
this blurry
if you
vigilante?
put it on YouTube, I think you'd get maybe 15 views.
I think had the
I gotta
subway
tell
been
you right
closed,
now.
you would have got a lot more adulation. Maybe a free ice cream cone.
My
the train was
confidence.
coming.
yeah.
My
I don't think
confidence
it was
when I
coming.
left the train station had never been higher, and now it is super low. My confidence right now is super low.
But I think you should be somewhere between the bottom and the top. You know,
You know what? I don't think you need other people's approval to feel like a hero. If you inside feel like one, then you feel like one. Let it happen,
Isn't that
man.
kind of like we talked
You
about the
don't need
crazy people in
acceptance.
Hollywood earlier that think they deserve to be
But hey,
famous and
man.
that they're awesome?
Dan, why you
And
gotta ruin it?
delusion?
Why
I'm
you
gonna
have to
give
ruin this?
Andrew 5 stars and a big hero rating right now.
I'm gonna say that his save was a bit of a tangent and it was foul, but I laughed.
Has anyone else in here saved somebody's life? I'm trying to think if I have.
Twice. Remember the autistic
Why do you
kid?
always have to one up Andrew?
Remember the autistic kid that
You
I
didn't save
was
his
being
life.
kidnapped? I thought I was. Every time I've tried
Take
to
it
save
back.
someone,
This
Do it
is
for
a
the time.
great story.
So you've accidentally saved
Okay.
people
This
twice.
is a
that didn't
great-
even- you saved two different people that didn't need saving, but you
This
take
is a
credit for it,
great
so-
story, by the way.
because it was an act of heroism.
Unbelievable.
If it had panned out, I would have been on
it's
the
an
news.
act of attempted.
I would have been on the news too, maybe.
Let him tell this.
These stories are exactly why both of you live in
Okay,
Hollywood,
listen.
by the
Let
way.
him tell this. This story is great.
So years ago, I used to work a job where I would deliver things.
Okay.
Since then, I've quit that job and I've gone on to become a professional writer.
And helicopter.
slash martial artist.
All right, so when I was driving down this street, I saw this fucking kid, and he runs out of this gated home, and he's screaming, and this older fat guy starts chasing him, and the kid's like terrified, running from this man, screaming, "Help me, help me." So I slam on my brakes in the middle of the fucking street, and I jump out, and I tell the guy, I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing to that kid?" And he goes, "Mind your business, fuck you." And this kid's screaming. Then he grabs the kid. He finally gets him. And he drags this kid.
Wait, didn't you sprint after the guy? You
I
said?
did while they were running down the street.
And you sprinted after.
Yes, I sprinted
Do you
after
have
him.
your
When I got
keychain
up,
baton out at this point?
no,
or
I think I can take this guy with my bare hands. I'm very confident because the adrenaline's plumping.
You didn't
He's
put like
hurting
a
kid.
key in your fist or something to like
Dude, that's the
stab
stupidest
key?
way to
He's
punch
not
somebody.
trying
You're
to
gonna
rape
fucking
him.
break your wrist. All right.
Okay.
So I sprint down there. I get to this guy. The guy finally grabs the kid, and I go, "What the fuck are you doing with that kid?" And he tells me, "Mind your own fucking business." Then this kid, I mean, he's literally screaming at the top of his lungs, "Help me." And then the guy starts dragging him back towards this wooden gate in his house, in his yard. And I go, dude, I'm calling the fucking cops. Let that fucking kid go. And then he slams the gate.
Wait, you're dropping a lot of F-bombs in front of this kid, by the way.
Well, dude, I think the kid will forgive me. He's being abducted. So then the guy slams the gate, and he goes, he's fucking autistic, you motherfucker. Leave me alone. And then now there's like a 20-car pileup because my car's in the middle of the street. And everyone's honking. Move it, you son of a bitch. And I go, I'm trying to save a fucking child. Fuck you. And then some lady supported me. She goes, you should call the cops because I don't know what he's doing over there. He has a lot of foster kids. But now I see the guys like 5 years later. I see him with the kid all the time. And the kid's always acting out. He's always got him by the arm and the kid's always screaming.
Maybe the kid lives in a fucking rape dungeon and when they go out public, he's trying to get help.
Dude, I think he was autistic. But I still did call the cops just to be sure.
Now,
and then there was a second time where I saved a girl that was being abducted. But then when I got there, she told me to go fuck myself.
What?
So I used to live...
You're the anti-hero.
I lived in a part of L.A. that was right across the street from a club. And so one night...
Like a nightclub.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one night at like 2 a.m, I hear this chick screaming. So I jump to attention. I grab my mace and my tactical baton, and I'm in my fucking
Why do you have mace?
shorts, and I just throw on some sandals. I run out there.
Like
this chick's
boxer
like
shorts, or what do you mean?
just like shorts.
Oh,
Like,
just
yeah,
like-
basketball shorts.
Okay.
Because it's night. I'm getting ready to go to bed. And so this chick's screaming, help, no, help. And when I get down there, 2 guys are trying to force this chick into this Range Rover. And so I go out there and I go, you let her fucking go. And then the chick turns to me. She goes, fuck you, get away from me. And I go, you know what? And then in my head, I go, I hope she gets raped. Fuck. I went down 3 flights of stairs at 2 a.m.
Can we go ahead and give you a mocking round of applause?
right. Yeah.
Thank you. But at least I attempted more heroism.
It seems though like we should say "fuck you." That seems like what most of the people
fuck
he goes
you,
to
man.
say.
But let's admit, that was a bit more heroic.
Wait, putting on basketball shorts?
No, like going after guys trying to force.
He was at least on a train track, dude.
Here's
You were in
How
a
about
front
instead
yard. You were in a front yard. You were on a sidewalk both
I
times.
stopped. No one else
instead of
stopped.
dividing, let's look for the commonality.
Yes.
Our hearts were in the right place.
Yes, they were.
That's true.
You know what? I
That
now
is true.
support you, Andrew. Give me the fist bump. 2 heroes just touched each other. We've multiplied our power times 2.
I can feel the.
Now
hero
I feel like
vibe.
there's a divider in this room because Andrew and I are on one side, the hero side.
I've saved a life.
What did you
Who'd
do?
you save?
What'd you do?
It was like 3 a.m, and my old apartment faced the street, and I had huge glass windows. It was like I lived in an aquarium, and like it faced. And I live on like right off Sunset Boulevard, so you get some shady behavior late at night. And I was always scared. It was on street level. I was scared someone would throw a fucking brick through my window, like into
man.
my bed, which wouldn't have been good. So all of a sudden, I'm like, when you're like half asleep, you're not fully asleep, but like you can kind of like, am I dreaming? Am I not? So I hear it. All of a sudden, I hear like, give me the fucking money. And so I jump up and I'm like, oh God. I look up my blinds and I see this dude like 30 yards down the road, like with this woman. And he's like, give me the fucking money. And the lady's like, no. And he starts grabbing her. And they start, so I call 911. And they start asking me like ridiculous questions, like,
Yeah, 911 always has this dumb.
they're like,
shit.
can you see him? And I'm like, ma'am, they're 30 feet away from me. Can you please just say, I think this woman's being robbed. All of a sudden, he reaches back and just punches this lady in the face, full force.
Oh shit!
And so she doesn't go down. And unlike O'Neill, I'm like, I'm not going out there.
See, I would have gone out there.
I'll get murdered.
He's doing color commentary for
No,
the 911 operator on the beating. Oh, he just threw a right hook. It was decent. Blood. Bloodied the nose.
She didn't go down though. She didn't go down.
Who's better to handle the situation, me or police? The police.
Well,
I think.
Dead silence.
That's what most heroes say.
Wait, but when you hear the full story, you'll see. So all of a sudden, she starts saying his name. So while I'm on the phone with the 911, I'm like, oh, I think they know each other, and I think it was a pimp shaking down a hooker. And so then he picks her up on his shoulders, and they're so drunk that they both fall down in the middle of the street. And then this car just drives by him, like doesn't even stop, nothing. Like I was like, at least I'm on the phone with 911. And so then all of a sudden I see the helicopter come in, that I called. I'm like, this is pretty sweet. I called this.
You
thing in.
you called in a fire mission.
It hits him with
That's
the
great.
spotlight, and the guy takes off running. And so then they go out of I can't see him anymore. And then cops come in. And then our friend Ari Shafir, who's a popular podcastist, he called me like literally like 2 minutes later because he follows for some reason he follows the Hollywood police on Twitter, and he's like, "Oh, there was just an arrest on your street. What happened?" and I was like, "Oh, I called the cops on that." He said the guy had a gun and the guy was arrested. So if I'd gone out there, that would have ended
So
well.
you literally dodged a bullet.
You did.
So what would have happened had I gone out there?
I call hero. I call hero on you, dude. I call hero.
I would have grabbed a
No
gun
one
and gone
thanked me
out
because
there.
no one knew about it. And then the very next night, it was the worst night in the history of my apartment building.
this is-
O'Neill and I are watching TV. We had just got
Spooning?
done.
Got
We
done
were
fucking?
spooning. No, we just got done writing. And,
Is that what you call it?
well, yeah, we do call
We
it
didn't get a
writing.
lot of work done, but there was a lot of cum.
So what? We write with our shirts and pants off. It's how we think the best. So the whole front of that was all glass, pretty much. So it was like a fucking aquarium. And so someone knocked, and they usually knocked when they forgot their keys. And he looks at me, I'm like, fuck it, they forgot their keys. Who cares? Like, just leave them there. And so we were watching Jimmy Kimmel, and I heard like, ask them, they're watching Jimmy Kimmel, and I was like, ugh. So I go and I open the blinds, and I give this girl a look like, fuck you, like with my, I gave her like a mean face.
Yeah.
And the girl's like,
Now he's going to feel bad about that.
the girl's like, she's like, can you open the door? Someone just held us up at gunpoint right here. So I was like, oh shit.
Oh,
so
shit.
It's like 5 feet from us.
So I rushed.
You're watching Kimmel. They're getting held up.
We
watching-
we literally didn't hear a word, nothing. And they said like they were just sitting there, and these dudes jumped out of a car with guns. They give us your phone,
Dude,
give us your wallet.
That's what they do. They drive up, rob you,
Yeah.
and drive away.
He lives in the worst. Then a girl also almost got kidnapped in front of us, too. And we watched that.
Oh, I know that you stopped that though, Neil. There's no
No,
way.
they-
That happened quickly.
She
though.
screamed, and then we
when
saw the
O'Neill,
guy.
when O'Neill the ass kicker at yahoo.com was on the
I did
case.
jump to attention when the woman screamed.
Hey, I'm going to save your life. And then I want some pictures of your pussy.
I jumped up, looked out the window, and I saw a guy running back to his truck, and he took off. And then the guy tried to force her into the truck, and she started screaming.
Think she was autistic?
You know what, though? This is kind of a heroic story. Remember when that lady hit the telephone pole and then backed up and then almost hit me?
Yeah, tell the full story. I don't know if you.
No, I thought this
Okay,
was the
so
best
listen to
episode
this.
ever. We all picked on Andrew and made him cry.
No, this is
and
a-
now just stories where we're trying to feel like we did something
This
good
is
at one
a
point in our
story
life. That really either involved the least amount of effort on our part
This is
or
an
a
act-
lot that
These
didn't
are
work
true,
out.
true
Listen.
tales of 911 callers.
This is a real act of heroism.
This is like the Ghost Hunter episode where it's like, oh, this is going to be fucking awesome. Oh.
No,
That
this
hooker
is-
was almost shot, Dan. Now she's out working the streets again safely.
Sucking
Doesn't
those
me.
dicks. Listen.
Okay, so this-
so I'm driving home one night, and I'm coming up to an intersection, and I have the green light. So this fucking Ford Expedition blows the light. I slam on my brakes, then hits a fucking telephone pole. And I'm like, holy fuck. Then backs up, floors it, loses control, comes right at me, then gains control back, and then takes off. So I go, you know what? Fuck this son of a bitch. She almost killed people. I'm shaking him down. So I follow her. And so it
What a
turns out
hero.
it's a woman. I follow her.
What turns out to happen is like the most. It's like the epitome of Ryan O'Neal.
So listen, I follow her.
I mean, Steve O'Neill Jr.
Wait till you hear
She
it.
goes to a large home, several $1 million
Wait,
with a
how
gate.
far away is this?
It's like a few blocks away.
Oh,
It's in
okay.
Los Feliz, which
Oh,
is
okay.
an upscale neighborhood. So she parks the truck out there and it's leaking fluid and shit, and then runs inside the house. So I call the cops, and while I'm waiting for the cops, these other girls show up, and they're like, oh my God, we were almost killed by this fucking lady. And they had called the cops too. So after like a half hour.
There this many F-bombs in the stories, or do you just add them in?
Yeah,
a lot
like,
of people are throwing
a lot of them-
F-bombs out.
Okay, well, anyway,
But O'Neill's, like everyone's hero story.
Is
like,
this- did
yeah,
you-
so
did-
then I fucking saved.
Is this one of your? Is this
life.
a review? A lot of fucks
A lot of
going on.
yeah, a lot real.
Okay, so anyway, there's a party going on the other side of this gate, and I can hear people having a good time, and it sounds like this chick's having a fucking great time. So the cops show up a half hour later. They say there's nothing they can do. So I go, you know what? This is bullshit. So the next day, since I know where she lives, I write her a long letter, and I
Nice,
tape it
nice,
to the call
nice.
box.
What's
Wait.
the letter say?
The letter says, look, it says, to the person that was driving the vehicle that almost killed me and my pregnant wife. And I go on to explain how we were going through the intersection, at this, even though I really wasn't, and then had we slammed on my brakes, and my pregnant wife grabbed her belly, and she's like 8 months pregnant, and we thought there might be something, there could be problems with the baby and complications and all this shit, and like I would appreciate an apology or some sort of a letter, and I gave her my cell phone, which isn't listed in anybody's name. It's a burner. It's like a drug dealer phone.
You're such a fucking weirdo, man.
Dude, so this lady calls, but I don't answer. Or it's not even her. It's like a family member got
Her
this.
cousin, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was her cousin. And she leaves me this long message about
But that
it.
could
And
be
she's frantic.
That could be the classic though,
Yeah.
like, hey, this is my friend, but it's
What did she
So
say?
what
it's-
it said,
it's-
this is a great story, by the way.
This is she leaves this frantic call like, "Oh my God, is your wife okay? Oh my God, I can't believe that. My cousin's in so much trouble already. I didn't know like this. You remember the message?
Yeah.
It was great, and it was like, I'm so concerned that we're
was like
gonna get fucking sued because the lady's gonna have a fucking miscarriage or the baby's gonna die.
It sounded like the cousin hated her cousin and was like, she's such a piece of shit. I'll call and handle this. But like,
Yeah.
it sounded like the girl who was driving was just a real piece of shit.
So then I didn't call her back, and then I get a text message being like, please, this is the girl that was driving. Please call me back. I have to know that your wife is okay. I can't stop thinking about this. This is great. Like, please, you have to call me back. And I was like, I never fucking called her back. Fuck that lady. But
Oh, Neil, I am impressed.
You're a hero, dude.
that's what I always
You
do.
should have just texted back #miscarriage.
Oh, what a fucking good lesson, though. Like, if someone fucks with you that way, put a pregnant wife in a note on a
Oh,
windshield,
yeah.
dude.
That'll always
That's
get it.
fucking genius, man.
Thank you.
But it was true, right?
Jesus.
Your wife was pregnant.
No,
so you told me.
no.
Wait, you're married though, right?
I'm not married.
Oh,
He lied to you.
you lied to me.
Never had a child.
I fell for it too. I gave him a baby present. What did you do with that?
I sold it for drug money.
You should have called her back and been like, my wife did have a miscarriage, but it was from her butt.
Dan does not look happy.
That made Dan angry. That made Dan really angry.
She had a mustard squirt. Mustard plug. Your wife's most disgusting, repulsive description of diarrhea.
I just want to say that I feel good that my real last name is out there to the world.
Oh, the pronunciation?
Yeah, I think it's good,
We
man.
got a lot done this episode. All right, we get to wrap up this one?
I think the
Yeah,
hero
let's wrap
episode
up.
is done, dude.
Let's call it
who's-
heroes.
Who's the hero of the episode? It'd be DeWitt or...
I think O'Neill's the fake pregnancy may have won out.
Is that a heroic move? I did it for those
Douchebag
girls
hero.
that were almost really killed.
I think the real hero of this episode is the human spirit.
I think the hero
I
is
think
the
you're right.
listeners.
who are leaving those 5-star ratings. Thank
Listen
you
to
guys so much.
Dorksplosion or watch Dorksplosion.
If you want more heroic
Support.
tales, give 5 stars. And then go visit dorksplosion.com,
Okay.
where you'll get a lot of great merchandise like t-shirts.
No,
and you can
there's
see other
videos.
podcasts
There's
that they have to
there's
offer.
podcasts.
And videos.
There's animated web series. Baron Beyondo's doing very well, very popular. Space Palace Forever, very funny.
I have a question.
We're trying to do an animated series
Jeff
with you
raised
guys,
his
but your
hand.
guys' ideas are always like, yeah, it's 2 buttholes that throw
That's
fucking
not true.
diarrhea at each
What
other.
the fuck are you talking about? We come with you with classy, good
Wait,
ideas.
what was that idea? It was really funny. Was it a sex toy?
Wait, don't give it out.
Oh,
I have a quick-
you
I have a
gotta
quick-
edit that out.
Quick question.
We're not going to edit that out, you fucking idiots.
We now own it because it's part of the podcast.
We just copyrighted it, bitches.
I have a quick question.
Okay.
You don't have to raise your hand. You're
It's
So I like to raise the hand. Like, it's a
question.
formality.
It's a question for Andrew and or Dan.
Yeah.
How many stars does Captain America have on the shield?
one.
One star.
Only one?
Yeah.
I was gonna.
This is the big fucking
That was my
That's
big
the big
question.
closer? That's
That
the
was-
big trivia?
You better, dude. If you want to go to Comic-Con, you better get up on your knowledge.
How
here.
many do you... Wait, no, how many do you think he had?
I didn't know.
Like 13 for the
thought-
Confederates. Like,
I thought it may have been lined in a circle, like around the outer edge.
Oh, like
And
He's
then
not,
one
a
big one in
fucking,
the
he's
middle.
not a
War?
fucking stripper or
he
something.
shaves
I
a
don't know.
shitload of stars at his pubes.
What's his real name?
Steve Rogers.
Bruce.
No, I know. Isn't it, I just saw that fucking movie. It's
It's Bruce Slinkley.
It's Eddie Rosenstein.
Why?
I think it might be
America.
It might be Brab Rabble. Brad Rabble? Brab Rabble.
all right. That's gonna do it for this episode of Dork Idiots.
Dork
I was gonna say
Idiots?
dorkidiots.net.
Hey, why don't we call this?
Boner City,
We
but-
should change the name to Tangents, like gentlemen, like gents.
and we all get spray tans.
Tangents.
You idiot.
That was a real Bruce Slinkley style comment.
All right, this has been this episode of
gave us
Boner
Slinkly.
City USA, the podcast brought to you by Dorksplosion.com. Please be sure to subscribe to us on iTunes, like we said a jillion times this episode, and also check out Dorksplosion.com. A bunch of great other podcasts, web series, and crap like that.
Can you sign us out by name so you can do Jeff's name right?
Yeah. I have, as always, I've been Dan Bialik along with
Andrew DeWitt.
Ryan O'Neill.
Dan, do it.
No, I don't.
I want you to
I
do it.
don't
I
want
want to hear it right.
And the fourth member, Mayor of Boner City, Jeff Danis.
No, it's Danis. This is the Danish signing
Come
out.
on, Dan, do it right.
He's so fucking angry. He's gonna try to beat the shit out of us. It's like Texas all over again.
Fuck you, Ryan. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.